A staggering crisis. Journalists paying the ultimate price in Gaza. It is almost unfathomable. The war in Gaza has unleashed an unprecedented wave of violence against journalists, making it the deadliest conflict of media workers ever recorded. The devastating toll on press freedom, truth, and the individuals who risk their lives for it cannot be overstated. But here's where the issue grows even more complex and controversial. The world's eyes have been forced to rely almost entirely on Palestinian journalists, working under unimaginable dangers, with foreign media strictly barred from entering Gaza by Israeli authorities. In the past 22 months, since October 2023, at least 189 journalists and media personnel have been killed during the conflict, according to the Committee to Protect Journalists, CPJ, a sobering figure that some advocacy groups claim is far too conservative. For comparison, other organizations such as the Gaza Media Center cite casualty numbers as high as 238, while the United Nations Human Rights Office recently reported 247 journalist deaths. The numbers themselves are debated, but the tragedy behind each name is not. Let's pause for a moment to recognize some of the most recent victims. Hussam al-Masri, Mariam Abu Dagga, Mohammed Salama, Ahmed Abu Aziz and Moaz Abu Taha, all Palestinian journalists killed in a double airstrike by the Israeli military on Nasser Hospital in Khan Yunis on August 25, 2025. Their deaths are only the latest entries in a relentless series of attacks. Just a week earlier, near Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza City, 4 Al Jazeera journalists, Anas al-Sharif, Mohammed Kreka, Ibrahim Zair, and Mohammed Nufal, and 2 freelancers were killed when their tent was directly struck. Disturbingly, the Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, claimed the strike was intentional, alleging that correspondent Anas al-Sharif was affiliated with Hamas, a claim denounced by CPJ and others as part of a wider pattern of what they consider misinformation. And this is the part most people miss. Not only are journalists facing the same lethal threat as all civilians during this conflict, but they are directly targeted, detained, and, according to multiple human rights groups, tortured as apparent punishment for their reporting. CPJ describes Israel's campaign in Gaza as the deadliest and most deliberate effort to kill and silence journalists it has ever tracked. International law is supposed to protect journalists, recognizing their role as civilian witnesses. Yet on the ground, these protections appear to be flouted with chilling regularity. Israel's government, meanwhile, has sealed Gaza shut to foreign press, effectively making Palestinian reporters the world's only eyes and ears inside the war zone. Their stories and lives are irreplaceably precious, but are also vanishing at a terrifying rate. Silencing these journalists, declared CPJ, amounts to silencing documentation of the war itself. Palestinian journalists are being threatened, directly targeted, and murdered by Israeli forces, arbitrarily detained and tortured for their work. By silencing the press, those who document and bear witness, Israel is silencing the war. Despite mounting condemnation worldwide and urgent calls for the enforcement of international protections, the Israeli military campaign shows no signs of abating, leaving journalists under constant threat and the death toll likely to rise further. The Guardian, in a gesture of solidarity and protest, has begun publicly listing every Palestinian journalist that CPJ identifies as having died due to Israeli military action since October 2023. With each name comes not just the loss of a single life, but of a career, a loved one, and critically, a voice for truth in an environment where it is desperately needed. These are not just numbers. They are a generation of media professionals wiped out in the act of chronicling history. Here's a snapshot of some of the names, places, and dates bearing witness to this ongoing tragedy. Ahmed Abu Aziz, journalist, killed 25/8/25, Nasser Hospital, Khan Yunis. Mohammed Salama, journalist, killed 25/8/25, Nasser Hospital, Khan Yunis. Moaz Abu Taha, journalist, killed 25/8/25, Nasser Hospital, Khan Yunis. Hussam al-Masri, journalist, killed 25/8/25, Nasser Hospital, Khan Yunis. Mariam Abu Dagga, journalist, killed 25/8/25, Nasser Hospital, Khan Yunis. Anas al-Sharif, journalist, killed 10/8/25, Al-Shifa Hospital, Gaza City. Mohammed Nufal, journalist, killed 10/8/25, Al-Shifa Hospital, Gaza City. Ibrahim Zahar, journalist, killed 10/8/25, Al-Shifa Hospital, Gaza City. Mohammed Kreke, journalist, killed 10/8/25, Al-Shifa Hospital, Gaza City. Momin Aliwa, journalist, killed 10/8/25, Al-Shifa Hospital, Gaza City. And many, many more spanning all corners of Gaza. Each entry is a testament to grit, sacrifice, and the raw courage it takes to report from a place where simply having a camera or notebook marks you as a target. Imagine trying to deliver updates to the outside world while dodging ongoing bombardment, battling trauma, and living with the knowledge that colleagues might be next. But hold on, here's where the debate gets even more urgent. Should the international community impose consequences for what rights groups describe as an intentional campaign of intimidation and violence against the press? Or do claims made by militaries about security considerations hold any merit when weighed against the systematic erasure of journalistic voices? Some defend these actions as necessary to fight terror. Others see them as tactics to stifle scrutiny and shield military conduct from outside eyes. Debate rages about how much evidence is necessary to accuse a journalist of complicity and whether such allegations justify targeting them. One thing is clear, this is no abstract problem. The roll call of names grows longer day by day. Each one is not just a casualty, but the loss of a vital link between Gaza and the rest of the world. A silenced storyteller. Now, what about you? Do you believe the risks and costs journalists face have been under-acknowledged? Or do you think Israel's security concerns justify these extreme measures? Is there ever a justification for targeting members of the press in a war zone? Should international bodies do more to protect journalists? Share your thoughts, challenge the narrative if you see it differently, and let's hear your perspective below, because freedom of speech hinges on much more than headlines. It is, as Gaza shows, a matter of life and death.